Welcome to Let's Talk About Scams. I'm your host, Joyce Petrowski, founder of R.O.S.E, Resources Outreach to Safeguard the Elderly. You can find more information and resources on our website at roseadvocacy.org. You can sign up for our newsletters. We send one in email and one in the mail, and our social media links are at the top of the page. And you're going to want to click the subscribe button because you're not going to want to miss an episode of Let's Talk About Scams. So today I want to talk to you about the IRS Identity Protection PIN. So what is this PIN? So there's been so many fraudulent tax returns that have been filed, and I think the IRS has estimated there's about $6 billion a year in fraudulent tax refunds. They came up with this PIN, and you have to apply for it unless you've been a victim of the tax return fraud. Then they'll automatically assign it to you. But if you haven't been a victim, you'll need to go on to the IRS online tool, and we'll have that website in the show notes. But you go on that, and you're going to need your Social Security number, and you can apply for this IRS Identity Protection PIN. You have to go through an identity verification process, which is a good thing because you don't want somebody calling or somebody pretending to be you on this online tool and just getting this PIN. So you do need to go through an identity verification process. Now, if you do this online, you can get your PIN the same day, sometimes even within an hour or two. But you can also do it in by sending it in the mail. Now, that process is going to take about 4 to 8 weeks. So if you can, do it online. I know it's already the beginning of April, but if you haven't filed your tax return yet, please go online and get this PIN. Because once you have this PIN, your tax return cannot be filed unless you put that PIN number in there. And it doesn't matter if you file your tax return online or if you file it in the mail. You have to include this identity protection PIN. And the PIN is only good for 1 year, which is another good thing. Because the longer you have the PIN, the more chance a scammer might be able to get to it. So it's a great thing that the IRS automatically reissues you a new one every year. And if you've misplaced your PIN or you don't remember it, you can get onto that online tool and you can find it. So please make sure to do this because scammers are out there. They're filing fraudulent tax returns. And if they file a fraudulent tax return in your name before you file your tax return, they're going to get your refund. And then you go to file your tax return and you get a notice saying, wait a minute, there's already a tax. You've already filed your tax return and we've already issued the refund. We can't accept this return. Now, if that happens, you can work with the IRS to show them that that first return was a fraudulent return, but that takes time. And your refund you might not see that refund for 6 to 12 months. So this identity protection PIN is a safeguard for you. And you need to make sure that this is personal, confidential information and you don't share that PIN with anybody. Okay? So to recap on this, you're going to want to get online in the IRS online tool we're going to have in the show notes. But if you don't find it, if you don't see it there, you can just get on the verified IRS website and you can search identity protection PIN and you should come up to that tool and apply online if you can, because you can get your PIN within a few hours versus sending it in the mail. It could take 4 to 8 weeks. And it's a safeguard. And you cannot file your tax return unless that PIN is included with your tax return. So it's a safeguard from having fraudulent returns filed in your name and then slowing up the process for you to get your refund. So even if you've already filed your tax return this year, because I know it's the beginning of April, you can still request one and have it for next year. But if you haven't filed your taxes yet, get that PIN number to help safeguard your return. Okay? So thank you for joining me today. And you can visit our website at roseadvocacy.org and find more resources, sign up for our newsletters, and you'll find our social media links. And don't forget, you're going to want to click subscribe so you don't miss an episode of Let's Talk About Scams. And you're going to want to share this information with your family and friends because we want everyone to safeguard their tax return, and their tax refunds. If you have a subject that you need more information on regarding scams or how to protect yourself, write into us at info@roseadvocacy.org and let us know, and we'll see if we can't get that on another episode. All right. Until next time, thank you.